What's up, guys? This is the Kyber Cantina. My name is Max. We cover all things nerdy from comics to TV shows and movies, Star Wars, Marvel, DC Comics, Doctor Who, you name it. We're at Sable Grove Media. It's where we're going to be recording all of our podcasts. We do live tracking, editing, mixing, mastering, all kinds of media, whatever you're looking for, we can definitely hook you up. We're going to dive right into the season 2 finale of Mando. This is your spoiler warning. So if you are listening to this and you keep listening, that means you've seen this, okay? Okay, I got my friend Abe here. Say hey, Abe.
Hey, Abe.
As always, I'm also here with Baby Jamie. What's up, Baby Jamie? Baby Jamie is a man of very few words. He's like my like guy in the chair from Spider-Man Homecoming.
I think officially he's called the guy.
The guy? Yeah. Baby Jamie the guy. So with further ado, let's dive in. We've given you your spoiler warning. Tell me about Luke Skywalker.
Dude, the elephant in the room, right?
Yes.
So, Mandalorian, man, I just given up trying to expect what they're going to give you. Apparently, I'm far too cynical, and I think they just decide we're going to tell the best story ever. And that's the way it works every single week. But the way he came in, before the way they revealed him, you never saw his face. You're like, is that lightsaber green? I don't know.
Yeah.
And as soon as we reveal deepfake Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, well, it's like, CG, right? Because there's a separate thing that's a deepfake if you go on YouTube. And it's like a thing the internet has been doing and it looks way, way better. So.
But yeah, I mean, I didn't even care, honestly.
Yeah, I don't either.
It served the story. It did its job.
Moff Gideon, man, he says, what does he say? It's not the sword, it's the story. And I think that's the same thing. Like, it's not the CG, it's the story. But I wouldn't have expected him. Like, people who are really into, like, Clone Wars and Rebels, I would never have thought that it would be him, even with the green lightsaber, until you, like, show me his hand that's cut off and, like, actually his lightsaber. But he came in on X-Wing. Yeah. I said out loud, I was like, there's no Jedi with X-Wings. Oh, wait, of course.
R2 was there.
Yeah, it was him. But, you know, like, I watched this with my mom, and she has seen the movies and is, like, your typical person that, like, likes Star Wars. And she was like, well, yeah, of course it's Luke Skywalker because, like, it's Star Wars. She said the same thing in episode 8. She was like, of course it was Yoda. Like, it's a Star Wars movie and he's a Star Wars character. So, you know, so for some people it was, like, super simple. But
I don't know, but for us, like, we're so into it. We're so used to Luke having all this baggage. And we're like, there's no way they could fit that into the canon, into the storyline. But yeah, apparently he shows up.
Yeah, because immediately you make ties back to, like, they do the hallway thing, right? So you can connect to Rogue One there with that hallway scene. And, like, make an Anakin Skywalker connection of, like, Luke Skywalker definitely has some darkness in him. Like, he's wearing this stuff from when he comes in to Jabba's palace in Return of the Jedi. I think that whole thing in beginning of Return is the most epic Luke Skywalker stuff, except for what we just saw. But at the end, when he defeats Vader, he's wearing all black. Like, in A New Hope, he's wearing all white. And in the middle one, it is gray. And then in the last one, it is black. And then that patch comes off and it's, like, white. So it was interesting to see him wearing all black. But I like this because in the most gangster Luke Skywalker moment, he's in episode 6, like, about to jump into the Sarlacc. And Jabba tells 3PO, like, to say something, and 3PO's like, this is your last chance to say something if you want to say it. And Han Solo is like, you can tell that piece of worm-ridden filth, right? The camera has Luke, and Luke, like, looks over his shoulder a little because he smiles because he knows that he's gonna kill everyone, right? Yeah. And then he says, this is your last warning, free us or die. And Jabba doesn't free them, and then everyone dies. So yeah, they had him in that all black. It was super, super cool. But he's definitely, like, it was, like, very low effort. He was just slicing through them dark troopers, man.
But that's, like, not a good thing. Like, that's I'm worried for Luke, man, because he force crushed that one
yeah, that's
trooper,
a no-no.
That's
definitely
a no-no. Super dark side, bro.
Okay.
Like,
well,
I'm worried. Why are you really the person who should be taking Baby Yoda?
Luke has a different approach to this, though. Like, Ahsoka was like, I can't train him, you know, and the audience is like, oh, Anakin, you know. But yeah, Luke was like, no, man, Jedi can form attachments. That's totally fine. Like, I have an attachment to my sister, and I had an attachment to Ben and my fucking aunt and uncle that got, you know, crispified. And so, yeah, it's like, it's not that big a deal for him.
I don't know, but cool. like Luke's downfall is always his naivete. Like, he's always way too naive.
I don't know. You sound like the Emperor, man. That's what the Emperor said to him.
I'm just saying, it's true, though.
Well, his faith in his friends, man. That's how he won the day. It was the love of his dad. It's that connection, man, like, between Luke and Qui-Gon that I like, which is a weird connection to draw. But, like, Dave Filoni rants on this a little bit, where, like, the fate of the galaxy was in Duel of the Fates between Qui-Gon Jinn and Darth Maul, right? And Qui-Gon was like, Jedi can have attachments. I'm taking this kid from his mama. He really loves his mama a whole lot. Why don't I be his daddy? Then he gets killed. He has an older brother. And then fast forward a couple years. And then Darth Vader gets to be that father figure for Luke and save him from the Emperor, etc., etc. So, like, Luke is fine with attachment. His experience is that attachment, like, makes him better. So, yeah. And he recognizes that in the kid.
I don't know. Speaking of that Qui-Gon Darth Maul fight,
yes.
I think we should revisit it now, because is that still the greatest lightsaber duel put onto screen?
I think in
now that we've had,
in my opinion, and actually
20
like
years of content?
As far as length, the longest sword fight ever recorded is Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor.
Yeah, but it's not the best one. Like, we all like, the best one is the whole Qui-Gon.
I think it's the best one.
Obi-Wan versus Darth Maul thing. It's the best one. But now that we've had so much more Star Wars content, is it still the best? I don't know.
I don't either.
I'd say live action, yes. Overall, maybe not. Some of the animated stuff is awesome.
Yeah, I was gonna say they like finish out Clone Wars and have Ahsoka fighting Maul, right? I guess if people haven't seen the Clone Wars, we just spoiled that a little bit, so we should stick to Mando.
No, yeah.
So Luke comes in and destroys all these dark troopers, and like Mando has to fight them. He uses all his shit and like can only fight the one.
I called that the kitchen sink fight. Like, he just threw everything at it.
Yeah, and nothing happened. And it was really cool, like how they, like an anime, set up the power level here of like, well, you know Mando, and you know the things he can do, and he's really good at killing droids, and then he can only like handle the one. Moff Gideon's totally in control until that second when Luke shows up, and I like what they do with his face, because he's like smiling at one point with a certain camera angle, and then they show him really scared. Because like Jedi are legendary. He was like, what is this? This is scary. Because it's that genetic signature thing. I think the Dark Troopers stop and have to address this because a genetic signature entered the cruiser that they like had to focus on, you know. And he's cutting through them. Like, I'd be scared if I was Moff Gideon too.
Yeah, because how much does Moff Gideon really know about the fall of the Empire and how the Emperor so supposedly died?
Well, I mean, he's right, yeah. So like, you're saying because the Emperor's
he's only heard rumors
figure,
like
right?
This Jedi killed the Emperor, maybe, and Darth Vader. Like,
yeah, that's the kicker, and Darth
Vader.
Vader.
Probably like what have all the Imperial remnant been led to believe? Is my question.
Yeah, whatever propaganda they have to tell them. It's like the guy from the beginning of the episode. He's pointing his gun at Kara, and he's like, you know, that joke is not funny. Which Death Star? Like, screw you.
Yeah.
I lost millions of people died on both of these, and destroying your planet was a small price to pay.
Yeah, but they were space Nazis, bro.
Well, yeah, but that's exactly my point. They're Nazis, and they either through fear or subterfuge or what's the word I'm looking for? Propaganda. They get those people to believe that they've really done the right thing, destroying Alderaan and ridding the galaxy of terrorism. Because Moff Gideon too, Moff Gideon too is like they've most likely killed everyone on the bridge, being the savages that they are, you know. And like when the way that this guy delivers the line, I'm like, yo,
but
well
yeah,
done,
that's
man.
why they're space Nazis. They think you can only be like us. Everything will only be all right if you are exactly like us.
Yeah,
they're fascists.
Right. And they make this connection too with Kylo, like they're the modern neo-Nazis, right? So in the way that he like worshipped Vader, it's like how these neo-Nazis are like worshiping the Nazis and stuff. And then of course in America you had this combination, right, of the Nazis and our Confederate descendants mixing all together. Yeah, it's really exciting. That's the Empire. That's what I think the Empire is. But Mando, like, you know, you were telling me something about Mando being a Republican. You made this argument
yeah.
to me. You were like, yeah, go into this because it's one of my favorites.
It was when the episode when they first introduced Bo-Katan and they all took off their helmets and he's like, who the hell are you? You're obviously not Mandalorians. And she responds as, oh, he's one of them. And yeah, Mando's whole sheltered, one-sided view of the universe really seems like it's kind of, and I don't know, maybe it's just because I watch way too much news, but it seems like it's connected to the current American political climate.
So are they like trying to redeem that side? Or
I don't
is
know.
it just like, I mean, I like when sides are justified.
I'm not trying to read into much of it, but I really like this episode where Mando has definitely opened up like his fear of emotional capability.
Yeah, and he tells Grogu, don't be afraid, right? When he gives him to Luke. And I think this is what Shmi Skywalker says also to Anakin. Like,
it's not a good sign. I think,
it's not a good sign.
Dude, Baby Yoda's got a dark road ahead of him, man.
Dude,
I don't think there's any way you can avoid it.
When Grogu stops the fire in season 1, like his theme is the same as Kylo's. Like 4 out of 5 notes are the same. And they don't make those mistakes in Star Wars. Especially with the Mando theme. They like put the Mando theme in so cleverly everywhere when they do their stuff. But yeah, Din Djarin like takes off his helmet, right? I wonder if, I don't know about that Twilight girl from the prison. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Aside from her, I don't know who would have touched Mando's face since he was a child. So like he let his own child do it. And I thought about Vader. Vader was like, let me look on you with my own eyes. And Mando takes off his helmet to look at his kid. Yeah,
well, I thought it was practical. Like Baby Yoda had actually never seen his face, and he was like, "Hey, maybe before I go, I should see your face, so the next time we meet, I can like know it's you."
Yeah, just in case, because you have a mask on.
We've been on this massive journey together. Like, I feel like I've earned it.
He says they'll meet again, but he didn't ask Luke anything.
Yeah, he's just
whatever. But yeah, Ahsoka said no.
Mando is not a good father. He is not a good parent. I'll say it once. I'll say it again. He is not very responsible.
Yeah. And as far as safety too, like if Mando could barely hold his own against one Dark Trooper, and then every camera angle from the entire episode you watch Luke Skywalker just blast through. There were so many. I tried counting them. There's like 30, 40 of these like scary.
I mean, it was a solid minute and a half of just hacking away at Dark Troopers.
Yep. Blocking everything. So.
Which, speaking of, I guess they don't have cortosis.
Oh yeah, cortosis.
Because that's not a thing anymore, apparently.
Cortosis is this metal that's supposedly lightsaber resistant, and you can weave it through armor. And I was all about it. And
supposedly the Dark Troopers.
I think it's just gone. I mean, are they cortosis? Because
supposedly
Luke wouldn't have cut through them like that. But he is the chosen one. I mean, they gave you like the Jedi of all Jedi. I was thinking at the beginning in season 1, Mando like shoots out this claw and grabs a gun and hops on it and kills a bunch of people, right? And it's like, yo, I don't really think a Jedi could do that. Not a practical one. At the time, I was playing Fallen Order too, and I don't know if you've played Fallen Order. That game is so hard on the hardest difficulty, especially that scene. Thinking of Cal Kestis doing that is completely unreasonable. But a high tier level Jedi like Obi-Wan or like Luke could do it, or Obi-Wan or Anakin could do it, and that was my thinking. But I didn't think they'd bring like the Jedi of all Jedis through there, you know?
Dude, yeah.
He was gangster. Obviously, he can keep the child safe. That's like the big thing is like, come on, man. He didn't even give a shit about you.
I like how they gave a serious Luke too.
Yeah.
Like,
well, he's trying to.
He's just like.
It's been 10 years since Return of the Jedi. Yeah.
You know.
It's like, are you a Jedi? He just said, I am. I'm here. I heard the call. The Jedi of all Jedis. I'll keep this dude safe. But you know, there's that connection to Anakin, right? In exactly that moment, there's the connection to Kylo. Also. Because I know what happens to Luke's students, you know? Is this kid, like, is Grogu going to suffer all his friends getting killed by Anakin Skywalker and then all his friends are getting killed by Kylo Ren?
No, I think because when R2 shows up for a little bit of lightheartedness in such a heavy moment, Grogu, I don't know, I feel like Grogu knows R2. And I feel like R2 may be the one that snuck Grogu out of the Jedi temple on Coruscant.
He's always being a little sneaky droid.
So yeah, I think R2 maybe did it again.
Yeah, and they didn't erase his memory. He like knows everything.
And little teenage Grogu is out there somewhere and doing his thing. Not
you talking about
anything.
episode 9?
You know, during episode 9 and all that. He's just, yeah.
They seem to be okay with us asking,
adventures.
like, where are these people? Because in the end of Rebels, they talk about where Ahsoka is. And they're cool with that. They're like, where were they? Like, Endor happened. Like, where were these people? Like, where was Cal Kestis? Where was Ezra
It's
Bridger?
a big galaxy, man.
It's a big galaxy, but, like, the center of these huge events, like, they seem to be cool with that. They're like, we're okay with you asking that question. We'll answer that question. Tell you where everyone is. So I think they're going to tell us, for real, where is Cal Kestis? Where's Ezra? I thought they would be the Jedi.
Yeah, I didn't think they were going to go hardcore Luke, but all right.
Yeah, no, they did. This was a good title. The Rescue, because I watched this on Xbox, so they don't tell me the title, like a Disney Plus app on the Xbox, right? So like I have to wait and actually watch it, and I knew like, well, it usually means two things. They're rescuing Grogu, so I wonder what's gonna happen. Yeah, they paid that off really good, really fucking good. An X-wing, ain't no Jedi in an X-wing. Oh,
I don't know. Part of me thinks they rescued Star Wars.
Okay. Yeah. For real, I think so too. He gave Grogu to Luke Skywalker. It really kind of felt like Luke Skywalker was giving Star Wars to Din Djarin. They made eye contact. Like, Mando made eye contact. And there's this thing, the monomyth, about Luke just being a farm kid. And then he, like, saves the whole galaxy by the end of the movie. And, yeah, I think they're going to do this with Mando. There's, like, so many other shows coming out. And it's the MCU, guys, you know? So they'll tie it all up. And then at the end, Mando saves everyone like a G.
Yeah, I mean, but I think inevitably it'll be some sort of tragic Jon Snow sort of end for Mando.
Oh gosh,
he's the only one with principles left in the galaxy. You know,
he's
even Boba Fett's a
bend
gangster
him.
now, man.
I wonder what he'll do, like moving forward. Yeah, right, Boba Fett.
Yeah, let's just touch on that real quick.
You go.
I think that show is gonna be awesome.
It is a separate show.
Yeah, and I think that goes. It's gonna answer why Boba Fett repainted his armor, repainted his ship. Like, it's a new Boba Fett,
well,
you know. But no, I think he repainted it because
he's just like
he's a new Boba Fett. Like, he's gonna be more ruthless than ever, dude. And when he shoots the guy that was on Jabba's throne.
Oh, Bib Fortuna.
Yes, Bib Fortuna. When he shoots him, right before that happens, he goes, McClunky. And I'm pretty sure that that's the Star Wars universe of motherfucker. It's the version in the Star Wars universe.
Oh, Greedo. Right.
Greedo at one point says it.
Oh, yeah. Greedo says it like motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah,
Bib Fortuna's like, oh, motherfucker.
Yeah. I think that's right. What other? Dank Farrik is one.
Oh, right? I wrote a couple down. Hold on. Let's see. We had Son of a Mud Scuffer.
Oh, yeah. And then a something in our something.
A Skank in the Scud Pie. I have no idea what either of those things are.
You know Cara Dune's Southern. Like, is Alderaan Southern, man? Like, I don't know. Princess Leia seemed pretty posh.
I don't know, but with Cara Dune, man, ever since they made her a cop in the Star Wars universe, she has just had the absolute worst dialogue. Like, in the episode with Bill Burr, the only thing she ever said was, I got him, and would shoot a guy. I got him, and she would shoot a guy.
With her and Fennec. Well, they're doing action scenes.
Yeah, but like,
I don't want dialogue in my action scene.
Literally, like, she repeated the same thing like 3 different times. They cut to her, and she's like, I got him, bang. I got him, bang.
I mean, you know what? You do make an excellent point, because we're far past the days where, you know, the sand person that like pops out at Luke is really just a guy like moving his right hand up, and then they make it move back and forth. What's that thing called, Baby Jamie? When they make something go back and forth like that? I don't know. It's a video editing thing too. I don't make videos, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
He's like, Also, every time you have binoculars in Star Wars, something bad happens. If there's a cutscene in a video game and they give you the view through the binoculars, something bad's gonna happen. It happened to Luke Skywalker. It's happened like 3 times on Mando already. Every time you put the binoculars up. So if you find yourself in a galaxy far, far away, do not put binoculars up to your face until you look all the fucking way around. And if you're thinking about doing it, just stop for a second second and wait, because you don't know what will pop up in your face. Also, if you're looking for a place to hide and just disappear, go to Nar Shaddaa. Find the refugee sector. It's not a fun life, but if you can live off ramen every day like we did in college, you'll survive there. It's just my PSA for the day.
You are aware that this is a fictional universe, correct?
Yes. Which reminds me, I'm excited we're going to do this thing where we pretend we're characters in Star Wars and talk about the movies and the shows as if they're a documentary drama.
I'm only doing this so I can have a Star Wars name.
I want a Star Wars name too.
I'm going with San Holo, maybe.
I think
or
that's
Suk
taken by a
Skywalker.
band. So yeah, you know, they're so careful with what these guys say. Luke says talent without training is nothing. Someone was like, we're gonna write this. That's what we're gonna write. Talent without training is nothing. I feel like they're going after Rey a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know.
That, I think so, because like people have argued this is the way is that as well. Because they put emphasis on way, but it's like, this is the way. Guys, this is how you do Star Wars, not whatever that trilogy was. Like, this way.
But yeah, so there was one glaring problem with this entire episode, and it goes back to Cara Dune.
Okay.
She says, my gun is jammed.
Yeah, my gun is jammed.
What the hell?
Well, yeah,
And,
they
like,
overheat. I don't know. It's just like,
She's not,
it's a continuity
She doesn't have
error.
a gun. She's got a laser blaster. It doesn't jam. It overheats. Like, the show is so good that it makes me wonder, did they do it on purpose? Like, what is going on?
Nah, they make mistakes, man. Look at the Darksaber. They have to figure this out, right? Let me think here. Bo-Katan gets this Darksaber from Sabine, and Sabine gets it from Ezra, and Ezra got it from Maul. None of them defeated each other in combat. It was just like handed to them. Mandalore obviously was not so hot under Duchess Satine's rule. Not Duchess Satine, Bo-Katan's rule. And to give you some context in case you don't know, because if you've only seen her in this show, Bo-Katan's older sister was this very liberal, non-violent Duchess of Mandalore, and one of her generals, so to speak, like her closest general, Tar Vizsla, had this dark lightsaber that his family had inherited. And the story of this dark saber that's in this thing essentially is that there was a Jedi Knight that was a Mandalorian. He was like a legit Jedi Knight. And after his death, the Jedi took this lightsaber to the temple, and his descendants, Vizsla is the family, stole that lightsaber back and ruled Mandalore, reunited the clans. The Mandalorians do this all the freaking time. So this Darksaber, for a long time, represented the leader of Mandalore, but kind of ended up just getting passed down. This story that Moff Gideon talks about, I think it's Imperial propaganda. That Moff Gideon got the saber, whether he defeated Bo-Katan or not. I argue that he did.
No, man, that was just... It was loot from the Purge on Mandalore. He was an ISB agent. He came across it.
Look, when he fights Mando,
Yeah.
I'm not saying he
There's
puts
no
up
way
a
he
good
won it
fight
in combat.
but
Zero way.
You know, like when you look at Moff Gideon fighting Mando, first off, he's using a lightsaber, and Sabine had to train with it, so you can't just like pick up a lightsaber. You're gonna hurt yourself. He knows how to use it, but
he has to go at Mando like
yeah.
a wild animal to even beat him
true.
back.
I don't know, man.
Like, there's no tact
But
there.
he says it's the story, and he's made some story about why he's the rightful owner because of that Darksaber. And like, why is Bo-Katan saying to Mando, you are from this extreme
I mean, it
group
would
of
be nice
people?"
to know, like, did Moff Gideon like whip Bo-Katan's ass, and like that's why she's so hard up to get it back
I
from
think
him?
with
like she's embarrassed.
You know, Moff Gideon hasn't showed up anywhere without a battalion of people to help him. Like, I think he could have taken it down with the right way, especially in the height of the Empire, you know, when they're destroying Mandalore. Because I don't know when all of this actually happens, as far as like, when did Mandalore get destroyed? I think it's before episode 6. So,
hopefully,
but yeah.
season 3, we get a lot of Mandalore action.
Yeah, that'd be
a lot
cool.
of Mandalore lore.
I think it's
Like, figure
interesting
out what
that he
happened during the
doesn't want to
Purge.
rule Mandalore, but he won the saber back.
I know, it's like very Jon
Yeah.
Snow, man.
Yeah, I know. You made a good point there.
You know?
But she, again, Bo-Katan was
He's like, just take it. I
saying
don't
to him,
care
like,
about that.
you're an extremist, and now she's holding on to these principles. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
He doesn't even care. He's like, just take it. Just
Yeah.
be, they already called her the heiress.
I mean,
too.
but what if Moff Gideon had like kept his word and just let Mando take the kid? Like, would he have just left? Like,
Who,
been
Moff
like,
Gideon
I'm out.
or
like,
Mando? I think Mando would have
Bo-Katan
left.
can handle whatever
Yep.
this happens.
Yep.
Like, whatever happens. I'm out of here.
He said that to her. He said, I only care about the kid. And then he
Yeah.
says, I'm going in alone. He doesn't care. He just wanted the kid. And he was like, dude, if you let me take him, because Moff Gideon was like, just leave my ship and never come back.
But I don't know. I see
Essentially.
some serious conflict between Mando and Bo-Katan in the future. Like, they are not gonna they're not gonna end up on the same side of things at some point.
Yeah, because of Bo-Katan, though.
Yeah, yeah,
Not
because
because
of
of
Bo-Katan.
Mando,
Like, she's
goddamn.
so like scorned woman and bitter. Like,
Yeah.
she can't just accept things for the way they are. It's just like, ugh. You used to be the queen bee, darling.
But dude,
Sorry.
like, she was much more militant. She was actually part of Death Watch, Vizsla's Death Watch. She separates from him. Follow me here. She separates from him when Maul helps Vizsla take down Satine, Bo-Katan's sister. And then Maul defeats Pre-Vizsla. So if we're going by tradition here, Maul was the last person who, like, fought and defeated someone for the sword. Who's the guy who defeated Maul for the sword? Darth Sidious. Who defeated Darth Sidious? Like, we're talking Harry Potter, Elder Wand rules, okay, or whatever?
Yeah.
So, like, you gotta follow the line, Darth Sidious to Vader to Luke. So, like, even Luke Skywalker, depending on how seriously you want to take this as a claim to the sword, Luke didn't care. I like how he looked at the baby and was like, this isn't weird. I've seen you.
Yeah.
He was cool with it. He was like, oh, cool, another one. All right.
He's
May
like,
the force
"Oh."
be with you. Excellent way to, like,
I think he was
piece
just
of
like
last
playing
dialogue.
it cool, actually, and he was like, "Man, Force Ghost Yoda needs to show up and
shit.
tell me what
Tell
the
me what
hell
to
is
do,
going
I
on
know."
right now. I am freaking out."
Dude, how do you think, I mean, we're diving a bit away from Mando, but in Obi-Wan, how do you think they're going to do Vader? Because, like, Hayden's coming back. He's going to be Vader. Are they going to do Iron Man under the mask shit? Are they going to do...
I think we're gonna
go into
see like some more confrontation between Obi-Wan and Vader. Like, the first time they meet,
Some stuff
won't
we don't
have
need to
been
touch.
on the Death Star. Like, that won't be the first time they saw each other.
Okay, but he says, when last we met, I was but the learner. And that, I don't want to retcon that too hard.
Yeah,
I don't want people to be like, what?
But like, he was the learner to Emperor Sidious. If you really want to get
Emperor
technical
Palpatine,
about
for
it,
sure.
he hasn't been the top dog.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the other thing is, like, where does this take place? Is it after all those Vader comics? Like, because the Emperor is like, well, my guy was destroyed. I don't know. I might need a replacement. And Vader has to go through all kinds of stuff.
Like, honestly,
To
I
prove
want
he's
to
top
wait.
dog again.
I want to wait a solid 10 years before we do Obi-Wan, just so Ewan McGregor can be
I
like
know, man.
old
Come on,
enough
man.
to tell the story.
So many fans are gonna
you
die.
know, I don't want
You
him. I
can't
don't want
do
him in old man makeup. I want it to be genuine. You know
Just-
what I'm saying? I can
Like,
wait.
Ewan
dude.
will have learned so much
Like,
more.
I'm eating healthy, man. I'm drinking water. Like,
Yep.
I'm gonna have another
is
solid
an
25
insane-
years of Star Wars content, dude.
It's an insane
I'm
life
doing it
insurance
healthy.
policy.
We're gonna try to quit smoking.
Who is
you know?
that guy? Who's that guy that sells that life insurance policy? I want to know that person. Let me ask you a question from left field. Do you think dropper is an insult?
I don't know. Maybe. But like, no, it's because that's like what they would call themselves. Like, Marines call themselves
That is an
Marines,
insult.
and Army guys call themselves soldiers, and Space Force dudes have to call themselves Guardians, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
So, like,
I've heard about
if you're
this.
like a big drop heavy trooper, like, you're a dropper, because that's what you do. You drop into the battlefield with a heavy machine gun or whatever.
Well said.
Machine blaster. It's not a flipping
Yeah,
gun.
and it's not gonna, jam.
And it won't jam. It will overheat, baby. Or
Yes.
run out of juice. Or maybe you should just like come up with some colorful cuss word like some veteran soldier would probably do.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Well, look, that's all for this one. I hope you enjoyed. And And until our paths cross.
May the force be with you.
Yeah, may the force be with you.
And also with you.